Oh my god. Excellent connection.
Very
Waiting.
nice.
Waiting. Oh my god, I'm gonna come.
All right, all right, all right.
Perfect. Um, I don't know if OBS lets you do it. On the camera element in the
Yeah, you want me to crop it?
can you crop it a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I
I think
forgot the
you taught me
fucking.
to do that.
I did, and I don't
Alt
remember how to
key.
do it. Alt?
Alt
Yeah.
when you
Well,
adjust it. You hold Alt
Oh,
when you adjust
nice.
the
Okay.
borders.
I'll have to readjust it when David comes back.
Don't
thank you,
worry,
Jack.
Cannon. I'm the OBS guy.
Yeah, you are. All right.
Right on. Perfect. Well, I guess we're doing this, huh? We're all here except David.
Yeah.
Mike. Mike is out this week. But we'll be getting him in the coming weeks here. I am a remote DM now. I guess I was a remote DM already, but now I'm like exponentially remote. And this is session 73, Tragedy of War. Cannon's our streamer for the night,
Yes, sir.
and yeah, we'll see how this goes. Gonna stall time, make some time for David to get here, so that Bosong can be part of the story.
Honestly, 20 minutes stall, pretty solid.
Yeah, no, I'd say so. All right. Kick off this session with a recap of last session. That, as I'm reading the first sentence of it, I'm hoping is not a recap we've already heard before. Anyway. Last time on Tragedy of War. The session began with the faithful few taking in their new surroundings. The sands of Cistern. A friendly prospector by the name of Wine Nunley found them out there in the desert, recommending that they go see Dr. Qeynos at the No Man's Land Tavern and have him see to their injuries. Daelin and Ocerus were both still unconscious, so the man offered a collapsible dwarven wheelbarrow to help transport their unconscious bodies. Wayne bid the party farewell, and Bosong took responsibility of steering the wheelbarrow, which contained his unconscious party members. Gonna zoom in on this here. My eyes aren't what they used to be, I guess. Okay. Soon enough, the party was inside the walls of Cistern. The streets were packed with people and bustling with activity. Still, Khanek seemed to have a clear idea of where this no man's land tavern was, so he led the way. Rolland made a note of this seeming familiarity with the area. The party then found themselves outside of the no man's land, which is said to be the oldest tavern in Cistern. Khanek immediately entered the tavern to find and speak with Dr. Caius, while Basong and Roland chose to listen in on a conversation going on at the public pool just outside of the tavern. Within the pool was undoubtedly a giant, which had become a spectacle of sorts for the local and less local townsfolk. Sitting on the other side of the pool was an Iganong tribesman who recognized Bosong as the Apolaki and invited him to join them in the warm water.
Will, you're here
Roland
for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
dipped his
Okay.
feet. Bosong joined them, confused as to why his tribesmen had forsaken tradition and left the archipelago. The tribesman, Malik, explained that he only left under the lead of Amihan, Bosong's son, who was also in town. Malik said that Amihan would be back at the end of the day. Bosong left the pool in a state of frustration, and Rolland followed after him. The giant left immediately after, declaring that he was going to find the big water beyond the sand. Meanwhile, Khanek was having a very conspiratorial conversation with Dr. Caius. Dr. Caius revealed that King Anodyne, he revealed that he believes King Anodyne sailed across the sea to meet some unlikely allies, the Ancestors, aka the Dwarves. He believes a select few dwarves were able to shelter themselves from the fires of the Cataclysm, but in doing so, they actually trapped themselves within this dimensional dwarven cube technology. And he revealed, Dr. Caius did, that he in fact has one of these cubes, but he doesn't know how to open it, and it seems kind of damaged. Presumably, the Warforged know how to open these cubes, or have figured out how to open these cubes, but nobody else does yet. This news came as revelation to Khanek, asking a very good question as to why Anodyne would seek the dwarves as allies. Who is Anodyne even fighting? All good questions. Knowing the truth about the dwarves and their barbarism, Dr. Caius echoed Khanek's skepticism. In this moment, the answer to these questions were unclear, but certainly this seemed to cast doubt on the leadership of Cistern. After the conversation, Khanek fetched his unconscious party members for Dr. Caius to take a look at. Given his history with Khanek as a wastelander of Sanctum, he seemed more than happy to help. He also offered to help the now dead baby that Rolland carried on his chest. And I guess it's
Yeah.
double because
Maybe it's not on my chest throughout this whole thing, though, you know?
well, maybe you should
Maybe
have
I
checked,
stuffed it
buddy.
in a bag, you know?
um, Rolland was more than ready to rid himself of this immense responsibility. Having forgotten about this baby entirely during his escape from Forlorn and his time in Bedlam. Dr. Caius offered the party some potions as they left him to work on their companions. Khanek and Rolland then spotted an Azamar eating beside an unsheathed Archon blade. The two of them sat down next to this Archon, learning why he was here and his current allegiances. The man spoke tiredly of loyalty to the Seraph, who now lies dead. Instead, he wishes to face a Harbinger in combat to see if King Anodyne is worthy of his loyalty. The session ended with Rolland offering the disillusioned Archon a place in Safeguard, despite his confused loyalties. The Azamar left the tavern with nothing further to say. And that's where we pick up next session. Yippee! All right. So, everybody in the party, we'll say Bosong is, he got up from the table that well, let me just switch maps real quick. We'll say that Bosong, instead of sitting at this table where he left off last session, we'll say he went to go get some food over at this this cauldron at the top of the room. Looks like there's a shirtless bronzed man standing at this cauldron, and he greets Bosong with a hearty stew. He hands him a bowl, and that's kind of what he's up to. He just starts chatting up the guy, or the man starts chatting him up, probably. Khanek and Rolland, you're in this main area of the tavern.
I suppose this Archon is, he has lost his faith with Aewa, or at very least, disillusioned by the death of the Seraph. But a combat with the Harbinger. In hearing of Ocerus, it seems as though Ocerus has been deposed as of late. I don't expect Qeynos to make progress with him, given the state he's in. Mayhaps we will see another Harbinger in combat. I have not yet heard or seen of any other Harbingers, Rolland.
It's an unwinnable game. If he loses, then why would the Harbingers want his help? If he wins, then why would he want to help the Harbingers?
Perhaps you're right.
Although, from past displays, I don't know how strong Qeynos is, but Ocerus is very strong, but not very tactical. Not many tricks up his sleeve, you know?
Okay.
Where is Ocerus right now? What do we do with him? Do we put him in a bed?
So, at that note, we'll transition to you, Ocerus. And you are soundly asleep. Within the No Man's Land Tavern as well, under the care of a doctor. Though you probably wouldn't know it. Your mind is too busy dreaming somewhere else, seeing still what is to come. So you're having a dream, basically. Let's see here.
You remember what happened when you were asleep? Well, Ocerus?
Yeah, I dreamed of this bunch of sheep.
No, I mean right before, like the big combat, and then
I'm a
you know,
big
your
fan
encounter.
of when Will dreams
Yeah.
of sheep.
I fucking died.
Yeah, Ocerus dreams of electric sheep.
Well, it reminds me, I had a dream last night.
Uh-huh.
I was
Oh,
just texting
fuck.
you guys this morning, but I was like, I wanted to go back to sleep, and I was like, it's not worth messing my phone. The type of the
And then actually waking up.
No. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Said to turn down the volume.
Too
a little
steamy
bit.
for stream.
I'm like picking it up. Ocerus, in this dream, you're kind of like, if it makes sense, you're kind of coming out the other end of the dream. You know, like you're
Getting
you're
shit on
about
by
to
the
wake
dream.
up. This is like the 5 seconds of dream that you remember before you wake up, right?
Mhm.
And you see just this shining light at the end of this long hallway. It is crowded with people, and they're all raising their hands in praise and reverence of this light that they are approaching. And they're crying out with glee and reverie, ripping their faces with their mouths. Tears are falling from their eyes, and you are just swept into this stream of people going toward this light. It's very rhythmic, like a march. Step by step, you're pushed along against your will, against probably their will. This hall of hysteria is pulling you toward this blinding light at the end of the tunnel, and you stare into the light, and you too raise your hands, surrendered to the fate that you approach. And you are sucked into the vacuum. Everybody in the party, welcome David. Everybody in the party, including David, receives the blessing of Umare.
What that do?
Holy shit.
Also, I've successfully speedrun my lab. I'm here now.
Holy crap, he
Hell
read the
yeah,
pre-lab.
So, how I would describe this is based on the previous blessings your characters have received, you know that this is a blessing given by these otherworldly forces that
Mhm.
you've been kind of pulled into. But what's odd about this is that obviously you haven't communed with Umare, or you're not in Destiny. Like, look, you don't even have the tablet of
Free buffs.
balance, which is what would have absorbed this blessing, right?
Wait, which god is Umare of?
Um the Dalkin, Destiny.
Oh, okay. So a negotiator has made his way to Destiny. Then is my immediate was my what my character immediately thinks.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You recall that Peacekeeper and Nikolai were last seen
Nikolai, who
presumably
is 100%
teleporting.
still alive.
Oh yeah.
He has to. He has to be alive.
Anyways,
So yeah, you would interpret it for sure, Khanek, as these two having you remember that they left to uncover the secrets that the Warforged were the knowledge that the Warforged had uncovered in order to build these weapons of mass destruction that Dr. Aluzad was so worried about.
did you feel that,
and
Rolland?
I do.
That
The tablets.
blessing, Umare, the divinity. I can feel it. The
is it?
Oh
powers
wait,
of
I'm not
destiny
ready.
and
I'm
the
not racist
Vidalcan.
against Dalkin.
I hate Vidalcan, but
Oh, you
I
are
can
though.
feel the power of their god. One who controls the future and sees visions. This must be the work of that machine. And Nikolai. They must have communed, but they don't know. They don't know what the clown has in store.
Yes.
Because so Harry, we
yes.
know the tablets are evil, but we don't know the clown has taken over as is like taking over the like is pretending he's the bystander. So we know the tablets are evil, though, right? I'm not metagaming anything that.
Yeah, at this point, you guys know that. Yeah,
Yeah. I just don't know
even
that
think
it's the.
Khanek.
I just don't know that
Yeah,
like the clown is pretending to be the bystander. Okay, cool.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Very good.
And you Khanek, go ahead and make me a insight check on
Hmm.
their progress using your divination, perhaps.
Me as Jack Peacekeeper, I immediately know what is happening.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You're part of the narrative now, buddy.
Fuck you.
Um, I
Okay,
mean, what what you glean is that you imagine that they probably found what they were looking for, but perhaps they also uncovered more than they intended.
Hmm.
And as you receive this blessing, Khanek, uh, you feel a twinge in the fates,
What?
like something is wrong.
Ugh. I'm. There's. Ah! As Khanek falls over, and he stumbles out of the chair. There is something wrong in the winds. The winds of fate. I sense there is someone mingling, interfering with destiny.
Yes, I sense that too.
No.
Okay,
You don't comprehend the level of which this has occurred.
Well,
Ah,
it's Umare. It must be destiny.
no, you don't understand, Rolland. There's
we're just gonna cut to Ocerus in the middle of Khanek's monologue.
Man, I wish I had
Uh,
camera cuts on the fucking.
um, Squilliam, uh, where's my music gone?
wake up,
Oh,
wake
right.
the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. Ambient. Here we go. Okay. So, Osiris, your eyes kind of blearily flutter open. You're looking up at these rafters of a shoddy tavern, and you feel the body of somebody laying beside you, and you confirm it to be Daelin.
Who?
Who?
Laying beside you. And
I forgot Daelin was
as
here.
you look around this small, dimly lit room, you see only one other man. Familiar man. As he lives and breathes, Ocerus Borealis.
Brienne.
Yeah.
Just making
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
I'm
yeah. I
pronouncing
forgot. You know who he is, yeah.
that.
You know this man?
I give him like a handshake, but one of the ones where you grab their arm instead of their hand.
Right, yeah. Like a clasp.
Yeah.
This is Harbinger Trion, second emissary to His Majesty King Anodyne. And
Holy
he looks very relieved to
shit.
see you. How is it you always find yourself on the brink of death, Ocerus?
More fun that way.
Well, as the king always says, can't kill a harbinger.
I kind of smile, but also there's like a little something off about the smile. Kind of anyways, speaking of the king, where is he? I wish to speak to him.
Well, he's said to return the morning after tomorrow. He is out of town, you see. Left on an expedition to... Well, I don't know, truthfully. He's been gone for a number of weeks now. What is it that brought you back here, Ocerus? Where were you?
Doesn't matter where I was. It only matters that I'm back.
Sure.
And I've realized that before I thought I saw all, I thought Huul's eyes guided me, but I realized I was blind. I see now.
What do you see exactly?
I see the true kingdom of Cistern. The true kingdom.
His eyes squint a little bit at you, inquisitively, but he nods very slowly. Who just rolled?
Me, don't worry. It was a self roll.
Rolland! Okay.
He puts the
Apparently,
roll.
the DM can see self rolls. Sounds stupid.
You said you've only just arrived.
Yes.
Your intuition is as keen as ever, Ocerus. And he kind of lets go of the clasp, goes over to the bed, and he sits down on the edge of it. I know of this true kingdom which you speak. There is something happening to our city.
I have spent too long away. I tried to cover too much ground. Try to pick up for our lost brothers. I'm sure you're aware many of them did not reach their destinations. Thus I
So I've heard.
was blinded. But Huul's brought me back to the right direction. He's opened my eyes.
Yes. Like you, I was occupied when Anodyne called for the Harbingers to go with him on this expedition beyond the sea. I was in Gale, dealing with this petty political power vacuum that was left behind by the death of Lord Akko. Like you, I did not make it back in time. And you say you traveled too many places, far and wide. Where is it that the king sent you? I do not recall.
Well, initially, I was sent to, where's my map? Where's the map?
Forlorn.
Originally,
Or at least I think.
Well, originally I was sent to. My notes. Originally I was sent to Forlorn, but after hearing of the loss of one of our harbingers, hearing about this group known as the Faithful Few, I changed course. At the time, I knew it was against King Adadine's wishes, but I thought it'd put us in a better position politically.
Yes. Unfortunately, it is not only our fellow harbingers who have fallen as of late. I have grave news, Ocerus. General Bow is dead. And Ocerus, the name General Bow is very familiar in that he was the one who organized the training of the Harbinger division when it was first founded and first directed to be made under Anodyne. General Bow was the one assigned to kind of found this organization. And Trion is saying that he's dead.
How does he die?
He was killed in the castle. 4 days ago now.
In the castle.
He was murdered.
Who walks into the castle and kills a proud general and walks out unscathed? Tell me you killed them, Trion.
I have not yet found who is responsible. But I am investigating. It is complicated with the current state of Cistern, as you commented on. Must know, entering this city once more, there are shadows on every street corner. I scaled you earlier, while you slept. I had to be sure.
Is understandable.
You understand what I'm saying?
I understand. You know what we must do now, Trion. We must return Cistern to its glory and kill King Anodyne.
What the fuck?
And he stands aback a bit. Kill the king.
Yes.
This is madness. What are you speaking of? And he like backs up he stands off of the bed and he like backs away from you a little.
I told you, Trian. I am no longer blind. Do you see? I thought you saw, Trian. I thought
You
Huul
are
has
saying
opened
the
your
king.
eyes.
You are saying even the king is involved?
He is no king. There is only one guiding principle, and that is Huul.
From Huul.
Yes.
Your sources of truth is Huul.
I stared into the abyss, and he picked me up. Opened my eyes.
Well, then perhaps it is worse than I expected.
Are you with me, Trian?
Make a persuasion check.
Who do you
With-
serve, Trian?
Advantage.
Who do you serve,
You're gonna do the
Trian?
same thing to him.
Crown or
Crown or God.
Also, by the way, everybody, the blessing of Umare is this.
Oh, thank God. I was
Forgot to
wondering.
put it in chat earlier.
+1 to intelligence, +1 proficiency or expertise in Arcana.
Yeah.
Very nice. I will make a feature that does this effect.
Cool.
Efficiency. Hey, I'm marginally smarter. Let's go. Oh, wait, never mind. That was at a 10. We take that back.
So, Ocerus, do you actually say the crown or king thing?
yes.
Okay.
Crown or cross.
Brian looks away, considering his eyes darting into the dark corners of the room. And then they steady on you as you ask him that question. We trained together, Ocerus. We were side by side as General Bow. Drilled us. Built what we know as now the most elite fighting regiment in all of Rapture. We only went our separate ways because of our assignments given to us. It's the very nature of our mission. Now that we have been brought back together, and we have both seen what cannot be denied, I never knew you to be an untrustworthy man, Ocerus. I will stand beside you as we confront Anodyne. Together.
Let Huul's eyes guide you.
And you.
Heretics in this city. We must clear them out. Return Cistern to its rightful glory. once again. Let Huul guide us.
I must look further into these. Into these new leads. I feel as though there may be something on my end which I can uproot and find to help us support our cause. I will venture forward back to the upper districts and see what can be uncovered. In the meantime, I advise you to consort with your companions out there. We are going to need all the help we can get if what you say is true.
On his way out the door here, I'm just in case, I'm just gonna
Just in case, I don't trust. So, do
I'm
they
just gonna
all
use
have
the balancer.
scales?
Wait,
Do they all have
do
scales?
you know who this guy
I thought
is,
they'd have
though?
like different Millennium items.
Yeah, he's the second Harbinger.
No, I
Who's
know,
the-
but I
are
thought
you
you
the
guys would
first?
have different Millennium items.
Okay. Wait, so like in your backstory, do you know this guy?
Yeah, we trained
Dude,
alongside each other.
Dude, okay, hear me out. This guy is
cool.
like a looks-maxed version of Zanir.
Oh,
Dude,
Yeah.
look at him.
I see it.
Dude,
I
he's
see
like-
it.
He's like Zanir, but like looks-maxed.
But like,
Like if you put Zanir through a filter, and
it's like
it
what?
just looks
It's like the picture that a wad would have chosen if he was playing Zanir.
Yes, yes, you're so right about that, Cannon. Oh my god, that's actually the
Actually true.
perfect way to say it. Yeah, this is a Wad's Zanir.
You're gonna scale him while his back's turned, Will?
I'll do it to his face, do it. I thought he was leaving, so I was like, just before I forget.
Yeah. Do you want to do it while his back's turned or while he's facing you?
No, I'll do it while he's facing.
As you both seem to, as the conversation seems to close, you raise your scales and hold them up to Treon, and they remain perfectly balanced.
Perfect.
And he somewhat gives him kind of like a small smirk to his smile, and he says, "It's only fair. Not be too careful."
Perfectly balanced, as usual. Oh, I'm gonna scale Daelin while he's unconscious here, just in case.
Evil.
Straight
Are
evil.
these
Straight
I've
evil.
never- I've
Evil.
never
Evil.
scaled.
Evil.
Evil.
Turbo evil. Like,
Daelin is
you
super
need
evil.
to?
Treon steps out through the bedroom door and out the back door. Khanek and Rolland.
He sees this banana man freaking out as he's walking out. He's the prophets.
get-
Ah!
If you want to try to see him, you can.
No. I'm
otherwise
not, I don't
you-
know who he is, but so as he's walking
step
out,
out.
he
Yeah.
just sees this banana man freaking out. And I'm sure in his mind he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he leaves.
The door swings shut. You scale
Yo.
Daelin. Oh wait. I was just gonna say he scales Daelin, and it is very falls very heavily to the evil side.
Alright. You're lucky Mike's not here, I'd kill you.
On the spot. Do you like that
Will wants
message
to
I
help
sent
his
you?
boy Mike,
Yeah.
but Mike's evil, and I'm neutral. Get fucked.
And you guys out in back to Khanek and Rolland in the main area. Bosong, we decided that you went up to get some food,
Yeah.
at the stew pot in the top part of the room, and the man in front of you started chatting you up. We'll go to that conversation. Khanek, Rolland, is there anything you two wanted to do?
No,
this
I'll just say
moment?
one thing to Roland. I'll be like, what the... I suppose,
Don't understand what the gods taste like.
I suppose the only thing is to say, you really should not have let Amadeus die. It seems like he would have been a valuable asset for you in Safeguard.
I know. He would have been a
Historic
hero.
figure.
Well, oh, sorry, you're not talking about Vendeus.
No, Amadeus. The ancient Archon. If he was here, he might have been able to convince this black-pilled Archon. But
We
he
both
has lost
know
his
that Amadeus was in fragile standing mentally at the end of his life. I fear that
Who gives a damn about mental standing? All that matters is strength.
he was strong,
knowledge.
but he was reckless
And
in that
knowledge.
last fight. If he had fought with his brain instead of his muscles, he may have survived.
You always speak so ill of your elders like this. No, Roland, that's a good thing. Good to
He
not be too confused with the old ways.
The way I see it, he may be shown as a hero in Safeguard right now, fighting back. But he did a great disservice to Safeguard by dying.
Fair. Alright, that's all I
Yep.
have to say.
Me and Will just are the same for real.
I love when Will is the same as someone else. For real.
Oh yeah.
The song. A shirtless man. Well, he's got like a sash, I suppose. Like a robe sash over his chest. Gives you a nice hearty bowl of stew. This one is on the house, Apolaki.
It's been a while since I've eaten this. Thank you.
Oh, you see, Apolaki. People of Cistern ask Ermelando what is in the stew.
How do they
I
react?
do
when
not
they
tell
tell-
them.
Yeah, I figured.
If the Apolaki approaches Ermelando, there is perhaps a smidgen.
Perfect. Just the way I like it.
You guys are secretly feeding them people? Jesus.
I love how this was a whole plot point in the puzzle, and now it's just like, whatever.
This is Harry's vengeance for not being able to play the cannibal.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's just cultural differences, man.
Man.
Yeah, Jack, come on.
What are you, some kind of racist?
Yes, I'm very racist against
And-
Vidalkin, especially.
Fair.
The song you see behind you, the two Arakakra and Tabaxi at the table right behind you are absolutely demolishing this stew as if to like punctuate, what Hermelando just told you. And the goose is like absolutely like drinking it down his gullet, stuffing himself.
It's good to see Outland
Scrumptious!
in our culture.
Absolutely scrumptious!
Well, what's this dude's name again?
Hermelando.
He's one of your guys, David.
Forget-
His name is Dave Smith.
Yeah, he's one of your guys.
I don't keep track of all my former subjects.
Oh. Ignore that. He looks to be an older Iganung tribesman. He has many markings of a sailor. And he, after handing you this stew, would clap you on the shoulder, or like kind of place a hand on your shoulder roughly and say, "Are you in town to see the king, Apolaki?"
I was sent here through some magic or something else. I'm just realistically following my companions. I'm still coming to terms with seeing all of you here.
Oh, yes. I see. He takes he like kind of hesitates a moment. Didn't really seem to realize, you know, he seems like he's gotten very comfy by the stew pot in Cistern. Yes, Apolaki, I hope you do not take offense to the flexibility that your son is bound with tradition. But I assure you that we, the Iganong people, have uncovered a great deal of knowledge regarding... Oh, I'm losing the voice. Apolaki. A great deal of knowledge of the oceans and the sand beyond.
I don't take offense. Not yet, at least. I'll hear him out. He deserves that much, at least. So, how many of you have crossed the sea?
A small family, Apolaki. There is your son,
Yes.
and a few other tribesmen as myself.
I see.
It is a small band of Iganong.
And all of you are in Cistern.
That is right, Apolaki. Well. I was instructed to stay behind and ensure that our lodging was not compromised by anyone with more coin in their pocket.
You're doing good
The other
there.
Iganong are with your son, the chief.
Very well, then. I imagine he'll return soon.
So I am told.
Very well. Thank you for the meal. And then
Of course.
Bosong walks off, and he.
Enjoy your
guess-
stay.
I'll sit at this table.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, are Rolland and Khanek still here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll sit by Rolland.
Yeah, you just hear me saying like, yes, I know it was from Destiny.
What are we talking about?
Do you just fill in Bosong on the whole like tablet conspiracy?
Yeah, like I'll be like that. Did you get that feeling when we did that rush?
Oh, that's what that itch was. Yeah.
Yes. You're not truly a faithful few, Bosong.
I'll
You
take
received
that
a
as
new
a
blessing.
compliment. Oh, did we now?
Yes.
Oh, is that why I remembered that bit of trivia? Well,
I'm sure when you first became one, you felt the rush of the other blessings. But this means, well, as Khanek will tell you, we did not trigger this blessing. Which means
every
another
now-
faithful few out there. Khanek suspects one of Brailick's old companions.
Ah, the Metal Man. I remember him.
Correct.
Why did we not kill him again?
Because he's the one who sent us here through the portal. And they were trying to retrieve knowledge on how to destroy the machines of Sanctum.
The machine
war
wanted to
machines.
kill other machines.
He did not seem to share in their grand delusion. But regardless, machines have no capable intelligence beyond us. We are the true inheritors. And I pay no matter to these machines. What concerns me more so is the information we have learned from Qeynos. We must figure out what we're doing from here. We basically have to wait until Ocerus wakes up. That way he can take us to Anodyne, and we can question what has occurred.
Alright,
And-
well,
As Khanek says this, Ocerus, you wake up.
Huh?
You leave your room.
was Ocerus in a dream sequence earlier?
He was earlier, yeah.
Ah, I see.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, Osiris, you've been awake, but
Yeah.
like you were still in the room. Do you enter into the lobby at this point?
Who the hell is this guy?
He's a man sitting at a bench, staring at the wall in front of him, Osiris.
It's the clown, Ocerus. It's just the clown disguised.
Does
You
he
should
have, like,
totally kill him.
does he have like drawings on him or something?
Does he have what?
Why is he staring at the wall? Wait, he's staring at the wall in front of him? Oh, like this wall.
Yeah, he's staring at
For
the
some
wall
reason,
in
I
front
thought
of him.
he's staring at this wall. I'm like, what a psycho. Okay. I'm gonna walk down then.
Yeah, he doesn't look at you at all as you look at him.
Ocerus! Well, fortunate of us, I suppose. Gods do have a weird timing.
You guys are just sitting with
Osiris.
Yeah, like two
perhaps we
jobbers.
should go back to whence you came. There are private matters to discuss.
You want me to go back to the room?
Speaking character.
No, I'm asking you. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying.
I thought you were talking about some weird metaphorical bullshit.
No.
Okay. All right. What is this in? Are we all going now, or?
Yes, we must go now.
Okay. On my way, I'm gonna grab some stew.
Where the hell did Caius go?
Ermelando hands you a pot of stew, or a bowl of stew, and it smells delicious, Osiris.
Yummers.
Alright, so, a few things we gotta figure out here. Let's get things in order. Last we saw each other, I had thought you disintegrated, just like Braylick. We had been cornered by those bastard traitors. Traitors to all of existence, all of conscience outside the will of gods, but we have delivered divine retribution and justice upon those pathetic heathens. However, now we find ourselves in Cistern. We touched a glowing light there at that temple, and, well, it seems all our progress in Bedlam was for naught. The only thing we learned was that apparently there's some sort of inner revolution going on. Wait, Harry, did the note, fuck. Where's the, note again?
I think it's in tavern chat somewhere.
Fuck. Okay, hold on. There we go, I scroll up.
I can also flash it for the.
No,
party.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 first faithful few. Truly. Apparently there's a revolution within Bedlam, but that much we knew. All we saw was that Brother Morrow of Cistern had been converted by the agent Misk from the first faithful few. Thus, now that we are here, whatever revolution is occurring in Bedlam is no matter to us. However, Caius here, where I don't know where the fuck he went, but he informed us Anodyne had left on a crucial mission. One to contact the lost dwarves. Ones who may still be alive. Your King Anodyne. Thus we must seek a council. We must know what's going on here in Cistern. But how the hell are you alive? We did see you get vaporized. Okay, so that's the second thing we gotta fucking talk about.
I will get counsel with Anodyne. That you do not have to worry about.
Alright.
The second piece.
We didn't hear you say any of that psycho shit earlier, right?
No, I was in the room.
Okay,
Daelin
for sure.
is asleep, but he maybe, I don't know. Maybe he heard it. I don't know. Who knows?
One perception check for Mike.
Mike ain't here, baby.
Mike is sleeping, buddy.
Yeah.
In real life.
What a sleepy guy.
So thirdly, Khanek, you've already kind of noted it, but you find it odd, intentionally odd, perhaps, that Dr. Caius is not in the room, and you didn't see him leave either. Additionally, you notice that the baby is also gone.
Guess Caius went off to do something.
Who is this?
You just took it off my chest?
And why do we trust him?
You already did. You gave it to him.
Oh, yeah.
I don't trust him so much as he's the only information we have left. At least here in Cistern when we first
You should have
arrived.
told me. I would have scaled him.
We tried to wake you. You couldn't
I'm
do
pretty
shit.
sure we already know this.
That's
You're
why
right
I'm
there.
asking.
You're
How
right
the fuck
there.
are you alive? Oh, no. The rest of the party comes. They should be
Oh.
here. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? The rest of the party should be here. Anyways, back to business. How the fuck are you alive? Like I said, we thought you were vaporized by that one machine.
It takes more than that to kill a harbinger.
Ah, shut the fuck up! Oh my, don't be a
I
cringer,
knew
Will.
it.
Let's go, Will. Let's go.
No, Will. It's badass. It's badass line, okay? Not the right moment for it, though. Not the right moment.
Oh no, it's a great moment.
Okay.
Roland-
Sure it takes more to kill a harbinger.
Roland says,
So
I know the grace
how
of
did
a
you
god
end up?
when I see one.
All right,
You
how
should have
about
been dead.
Let's shut the fuck up. Let's go back a second. I understand what you're saying. I understand. It takes more to kill a harbinger. You're a tough guy. You're a tough crowd. But we did not see your body when Braylick was disintegrated. He was gone. And there was dust in the remains. You weren't there when you got transported with us. Thus, I must ask, even if that did not kill you, why was there no body and how did you end up in Cistern?
I had counsel with Huul.
Huul? Huul, who gave us these evil tablets to begin with, based on what Braylick said? Can we even trust Huul,
Huul did
your
not.
god?
Those tablets, if they're given by Huul, they are a gift. They are not evil.
No. We know they're evil. We have confirmed this. Actually, do we have any of the tablets on us? Use the scale.
No, the tablets are gone because they
No.
exploded.
Oh, yeah.
Ah,
Two
shit.
tablets you had
Nikolai
with the
probably
best
took a
in the
lot of damage from that explosion.
It's just how he would want it.
Yeah.
So technically, the third tablet only has 2 names out of the 3. Now, the last one it needs is the one in Sanctum.
Oh, yeah, no, they're not going there, so. Shut up, Harry. You don't do the fucking eyebrows at me, you fuck. Shut up, narrative master. Anyways, so I also inform Ocerus, oh yeah, right. You feel that extra tingle of intelligence and skill? Yeah, that's because the other tablet was completed. It would seem as though Nikolai and the machine most likely found what they were looking for in Destiny. So hopefully they can create a swift end for those weapons of mass destruction Sanctum has. With this new acquired knowledge. Anyways,
I really doubt it.
your god. Well, it was from your god. That's what Rayleigh told us at least. In the beginning of their quest when they redeemed the faithful few. Great, but that's still the only information we had. At the beginning of the quest they started here in Cistern. It was your god who gave them this task.
Yes, he said he gave them a vision.
Vision of what?
I remember it was somewhat existential. More of a meaning than an actual image. I know there's an actual image. A display of existence, I suppose, to try and compel them. But apparently, as we can interpret it, that means that Huul was supporting sending them on the quest for these tablets, which we have good reason to believe are evil.
So who said they're evil? Was this like a last session thing? Or?
No, this has been a thing for a long time, and basically the whole goal of the party right now is like okay, we think that putting the tablets together, I believe, essentially reawaken the old gods. Is that correct, Harry?
That's
Harry's
what
not
you've
gonna
been
confirm
told.
that for you.
Yeah, that's what we've been told.
The
And
first time you were told that was by the giant in Heritage, but he was
Mhm.
kind of unreliable.
Weird.
Since you've been to Bedlam, it was. You feel like. You feel like it was confirmed there that these tablets are going to unleash something that cannot be contained again.
So basically, like, for a while, when we first found this out, we were like, well, what the fuck? What have we been on this mission for so long? What do we do now? And we basically came to the conclusion that, one, we're just stopping the war, or at least that's what Rolland's trying to do, and two, we were like, it might be better if we have it rather than the people who are actively trying to use the tablets right now to reawaken the old gods.
How many tablets? Also, I don't know why, but when we arrived here in Cistern, the tablet of Bedlam had awakened, and it had completed itself.
Well, I think it might have been the clowns doing.
Right, that's what we're assuming is the clown somehow had to do that. But we never communed in Bedlam. These tablets had previously only communed in where they were, and yet somehow here in Cistern, the tablet had been completed? Impossible.
Evil, evil.
This is not the true Cistern.
I mean, this is not the true Cistern. I know Cistern. This is Cistern. By my own eyes, this is Cistern.
You must open your eyes. Mine were closed.
I have
like yours
opened
were.
my eyes to the truth.
What reason do you have to believe that this is not the true Cistern?
Through my communion with Huul. You opened my
Well, stop
eyes.
speaking in vaguities. What is a true Cistern? And what the hell is this?
What is a true Cistern? And what the hell is that?
Oh my god. It's the start of the puzzle.
I have reason to believe from my conversations with Huul that the one I knew as King Anodyne, the heretic. He's the
Anodyne?
king.
The prince who has been crowned, who had declared the harbingers? He
In
did
the
change a
same-
lot of ways.
In the same vein that you all have talked about the changelings and false prophets and government officials, I believe Cistern has fallen prey to the same. So I apologize to you, Safe Guardian, for that. It seems this went deeper than I originally had thought.
Well, so you believe? Well, yes, I'm not surprised. We've been seeing this happen everywhere we go. But oh, we don't know that you just met with your guy, do we?
Nope, we don't know.
Oh, you told. You told.
no,
Oh, you did.
no,
You're talking about Huul.
Yeah.
But you said you communed with Huul. So what the hell do you mean you communed with Huul? Are you sure it wasn't a trick? Like how the first faithful were tricked?
He guides the world. He guides our eyes. Our path. This is no trick.
The last time we communed with Huul, he laughed in our face like that fucking clown.
It's because you are non-believers.
Throwback to Miskin, Will's character.
Why
is
can't you
not-
just be like, oh, that's like the fake Huul and Huul's being in prison? Why can't you just like say something to get this shit rolling? God damn it.
We
Anyways.
believe.
Real fuel, baby.
We believe in the gods. Ocerus. I simply
I'm trying to give you a
worship
layup.
a
God
different
damn it.
one.
A layup, bro. He is the fool. He's the true fool.
No, not your Huul, you fucking retard. When we communed with Huul, he was like the fake Huul. He was the clown. You fucking dumbass. Anyways.
I didn't know that.
Anyways,
This happened at a session. You were there for it.
How long ago? And did we know it was the clown? Is it confirmed?
It is. Okay. It is.
we found out
highly-
a different interaction was. So. It is highly.
Alright.
Then why did
Alright.
we need to tell you?
No. Okay, because no. Will. Okay. The assumption our characters are making is that Huul is evil and he is the clown. But you in character have the knowledge that, oh, Huul actually came to me and said, I'm being like fucked in the ass right now. They're being deceived. So that's why in character you have to be like, no, you guys are being deceived by the clown. My god truly communed with me, and he's not evil. The clown is impersonating him, and that's how he's taken over Cistern.
Yeah, so we say we know of the gods. It is just the clown. He deceives us.
So your god is evil,
And then
blah, blah,
you
blah.
say,
And then you say,
Hey, that
Good.
evil is the right to cloud.
oh, that makes perfect sense. The clown.
God, that's so awful.
He had turned all of Cistern. Dude, see, this is what I mean. This is why you have to know what the fuck's going on. Anyways,
God.
That is hilarious. We'll say, one way or the other,
Yeah.
everybody in this room gets themselves on the same page, and shares the information and experiences that
Perfect.
they,
Thank you, God.
of course.
Daelin's soaking it all
and
in.
I don't blame Will for not,
No. I would never
Like-
blame Will.
because there was I think that was kind of the point of the plot, not to be confusing, but
get
to
Humegalold.
get them confused. So
They were trying to confuse us. That was a thing.
yeah, if anything, Ocerus could make the realization in this moment that he actually realized it as Will, and then he explains to Khanek and Rolland why it makes so much sense now. Anyway,
Yeah.
so as the conversation concludes and conclusions are made from the conversation, the song, or well, no, everybody.
Oh wait, before the
is-
conversation concludes, sorry, there was one more list item.
Oh, yes.
By the way, one more thing, Ocerus, you should know. There's a Archon, you know those guys from Safeguard with the angel wings and part of the divine squad started by Lord Amadeus of the ancient Safeguard. Yeah, anyways, he
The off-brand harbingers.
yes, he well, original, but he decided that he had lost faith in the way Safeguard and Aewa was doing things. He felt the Harbingers were more impressive. He himself said that he heard of your heroics and wanted to follow the Harbingers, but that you would have to best him in combat to prove so. Rolland was unable to convince him to stand down, so you might have a challenger coming your way. Just figure you should know that.
Oh yes, he intends
Perhaps
to duel
you would have better luck persuading him.
It really doesn't make any sense. I mean, if he beats you, then why would he want to join the Harbingers? And if you beat him, why would you want his help? You know?
Is there any reason that we want him?
Not really. To be honest, I think he is simply being tested by Aewa right now, as is all of Safeguard.
Seems we have more important things than a duel.
Yes, well, have fun telling him that. I'm sure he'll be back.
Okay, well, we'll deal with it when it comes.
All right then.
That was a good list item. Thank you, Jack. The party realizes that well, you guys haven't had a chance to long rest since you've been back in Cistern. You were basically teleported after that big fight in the mosque of Ivos in Bedlam, and then you came here immediately. You spoke with Dr. Qeynos. You did all that stuff, and you still haven't rested or long rested. I think some of you short rested, but you feel as though it would probably be good for everybody to get a little bit of rest before, seeing as you have some time as well until Anodyne is back in town. From what everybody can glean from surrounding conversations, and Ocerus, you were told by Treon directly that he's supposed to be back in town not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow.
Ocerus, did you know your King Anodyne was meeting with, planning to recruit the former dwarves?
No. I don't think Anodyne would have. Well,
Shit.
I don't even think I know who Anodyne is anymore.
Must have been some vision.
It was.
Unfortunately, as we've seen, it's not so simple that everyone's a changeling. It seems that there are truly some traitors amongst them. Or there are people who have been led astray. It is possible that your king has been tricked by this false Huul the clown. Not necessarily that he's evil himself.
So I'm confused. Are the Harbingers and King Anodyne being influenced by the clown, or Bedlam, or are they just evil? Because, you know, we can't take that one off the table.
The clown is Bedlam.
Harbingers
The
are
true
not evil.
The Harbingers.
We are influenced by King Anodyne. So if he's being influenced by an outside source, it trickles down.
I see.
That is why I did not question it. That is why Huul opened my eyes to the truth.
Recall
It
what
is much
Ocerus
more
even
powerful to
said.
speak to your god than to speak to your king.
You remember what Ocerus said? He said that Huul himself said that Cistern is Bedlam. That means that letter. Perhaps the revolution within the walls of Bedlam. He meant the revolution within the walls of Cistern. Perhaps Misk is amongst us in this very place, causing chaos. seeding doubt. You
I
said
see.
it yourself, Rolland. Don't underestimate Misk.
Did I say that?
Yes, you did. You
Yeah,
hacked it
I mean,
yourself, so you did say that.
There's a meme of it, yeah.
It's true. I did say that.
I love your theories, Jack.
It's true. I think that, well, to be honest, any of the faithful few that we are not with us now could potentially be a threat, including Misk. After all, Rayleigh was adamant that he was evil, and even thought Jorma was for a time. Granted, he's probably wrong about that one. Probably.
It's okay,
You can
Harry.
still
I found it.
retroactively make your characters changelings, guys. Don't tempt me.
Maybe everyone's a changeling and they're just deceiving each other.
Oh, Harry, I found the image I needed.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Amazing.
Well, alright. So we have a few days before Anodyne gets back. Perhaps some investigating in Cistern before he gets back to see if there's changelings or agents of Bedlam amongst us. Aside from that, who the fuck are these people giving you food, Bosong?
Oh, that's one of my kinsmen.
I thought you were from a foreign island somewhere. Why are they here?
Believe me, I will want to find out too. Apparently, my son has broken centuries of tradition and taken them across the sea. So, before I get really mad about this,
Everyone wants
I'm
it on
going
the
to hear him
war.
out.
Well, it's a good thing you're here to talk to him then, since you're both
Yeah.
here.
Oh, I'm fine.
What a coincidence!
Are there any places we could look at, Ocerus, that might have been highly susceptible to infiltration by agents of Bedlam? I must admit, having been here all my life, I was not one for politics in Cistern, a bit more of a scoundrel, scavenging lowlife. So I would not know of any institutions that we must procure.
Harry, is there anywhere that like would stand out?
Make me a history or insight check, whichever you'd rather. And you can do so as well, Khanek. Being a local. The eyes of Huul are strong with this one. Okay, so you recall Trion mentioning the upper districts of Cistern, in where he's going to be kind of investigating. There are some places there that stand out to you politically, but ultimately, you think it's probably best to spread your what do you call it? Spread yourself so that you can cover more area. You know of a political house kind of more in the center of the city. and it is known to be a supportive of King Anodyne, a close supporter of King Anodyne. It's the oldest, you could say, like, what would you call that? Supporter, you know, the original supporter of Anodyne. We could say it's even namesake off of him. We could call it House Anodyne, and it is kind of like a place where the Anodyne family has so like Anodyne isn't the only person in his family, basically. There are others, and you think that that place would be perhaps a good place to learn more about your beloved ruler. As for Khanek,
Better if Khanek goes to some place of lowlives and scoundrels.
yeah, I think you guys would be able to, well, in your mind, even just like talking with maybe not necessarily the people in the tavern, but the people of Cistern, kind of like observing them in a more public setting, might yield more secrets, might yield more answers to secrets than intentionally investigating.
Well,
So kind of like a more
the city,
more
and
active investigation.
sure, people are willing to talk. As I'm
Well,
sure you're
Ocerus?
aware if you were on the streets.
yes,
Little corner
very.
goes a long way.
While you sit in your ivory tower to observe what the elites have spoken, we shall be amongst the ruck. And Khanek pulls out the cowboy hat, and he puts it on, and it's back. It's time for undercover Khanek.
Hell yeah.
Gone full
And
circle.
as you say this, you note that Daelin is still sleeping.
Talk about things that are possible. My death, finding a cowboy hat your size. Truly shocking.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, two separate kind of investigations perhaps, but nonetheless you feel as though you have a path forward. Though, again, I want to reiterate the current state of the party's resources, and
Yes, of course. Doing this after taking a long rest.
yes. And with Daelin still sleeping, you don't know when he'll wake back up. If he does, he will have zero idea where you are, so maybe it'd be best to take him with you once you guys have done your long rest, assuming he's not awake by then.
Guys, what if we just leave Daelin here?
He'll wake up. We leave him a note.
Yeah, he'll find us.
You could leave him if you want. Nothing's stopping you.
Dear Daelin, party left to get milk and cigarettes. Love, Rolland.
By the way, the baby's missing. Nothing else.
Correct.
If I don't leave him, at least he's in a safe little bed and all comfortable. It'd be a shame to wake him up, you know.
We'll come back and get him.
Totally.
You know, before we leave.
Right. Because we never leave a party member behind.
Mm-mm. But realistically, we should, like, just, I mean, do we want to leave him a note or just
You just leave a note. Or just leave it here, I'm sure he'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll just tell the bartender to say when he asks.
You guys even like this guy? Last time I know he was trying to kill Khanek. Why is he even home?
He is the only remainder of the original faithful in our company. In the end, there's many people trying to kill me, Ocerus. They've all failed. They'll crumble like dust in the wind. And if Daelin wants to strike me again, he too will crumble like the corpse he is. I have a grand purpose here to unveil that. The lies in which gods have spewed. What this clown has lied to us about. The trickery he has put upon us. All of humanity and Cistern will be unveiled.
Yeah. Is there anything more to learn from Daelin? I mean, I don't think that he's necessarily a conflict of interest right now. I don't think that he wants to bring the tablets together for... Well, to truly bring them together.
I don't care either way.
I abstain.
Alright, well, I'll tell the bartender that I'll pay for a few nights for him ahead of time, and then we can head out.
Sorry, where were we going again? Anodynes, right?
We're spreading out. There's a lot of ground to cover. A lot of rats in the city. Sure what we're talking
Who
about.
knows? Perhaps Anodyne's involvement in the war was ill-advised altogether.
Harry, out of character, didn't the guy at the pot say that my son's coming back to this tavern tonight?
He did say that, yeah.
I have
Let's
a
take a
Oh,
long rest here.
We need a long rest, yeah.
Okay.
We long rest, Harry. Doop. Long rest.
Boop.
Alright, so
Love
you guys
that.
all find some kind of place to just fall asleep. You don't have to have a room. It's warm enough in the tavern. Kick a spider off you occasionally, you know. Knee-jerk reaction to kick the tarantulas away.
Free snack.
But or you just eat them like Bosong, yeah. The night passes, and the sun rises. Light comes through your windows, hits your eyes, makes you awake, and you all have long rested. So go ahead and roll it on your sheet.
Oh, I'm still in self-roll mode. Let's see.
Okay, and you're all awake, and you all presumably reconvene in the main area. Daelin is still asleep. Bosong, you still have your collapsible wheelbarrow. If you want to use that for Daelin.
Yeah, why not?
So we'll just say you're kind of wheeling him around like a handicapped person.
Wonderful.
And everybody else convened.
Yeah.
So
Are we gonna
Let's
do?
go to the city. Let's observe.
Oh, is David not
Surf
ready
from
for a
Sussy.
scene?
Where's my son? Where is he?
Yeah, you don't see him. And
I can't
as
believe David's son
you
is a changeling.
as you look around for him, you see Ermelando walk in through the front door. And
Where is
how can
my
I be
son?
of assistance, Apalaki?
Where is Amihan?
Mihan. He's over in the plaza, just a few blocks forward to the north.
Fine then.
And then
He
the
has
song,
taken a number of the economic.
the song starts like power walking with Daelin in the wheelbarrow.
And Ocerus and Khanek, as far as you both know, this is actually in the direction of the place that you wanted to investigate anyway.
Oh, so let's get
So-
see what this shit is all about. You never
Power
heard
walk
about these
after.
Ikanong.
And you guys leave the tavern. And you begin headed north toward the center of the city, and kind of twisting and turning through some alleys. Khanek, you can kind of tell just from following Bosong while he power walks. Doesn't really know where he's going, but generally all roads in Cistern kind of lead to this central place.
So
And
they had
it's
good
quite
central
large,
planning when they
so-
built this place.
Yeah, it all kind of flows. And things become more developed and like industrialized as you move toward the center. Like where you were was all this like rough rock and sand. And like kind of like carved out steps in the rocks. As you get closer to the center, everything is more like etched stone, sandstone, like it's fully cut and carved and honed. And everything looks a lot more elegant. These Ocerus, you would notably see these long banners hanging down from pillars in the plaza as you all approach. Basically, the symbol of Cistern, the crown, with the scales of Huul kind of put through the crown, the whole of the crown, you know, and then each side of the scale on, touching just the tips of the crown, symbolizing, of course, the blend between the crown and faith. But it seems as though there are many who have forgotten this this aspect. And as you all arrive into this square, everybody, or this plaza, go ahead and make perception checks. All right, 24, 9, 13. Khanek, you well, we'll go from least to most. Bosong, you look for Amihan. There are a lot of people. It's quite a bustling plaza. It's not a market per se. In fact, it's more of like a religious place that draws people to kind of like it's more of like a social hub of the city. There is a large pillar in the center, and benches kind of flanking the pillar, and like a large fountain surrounding the center of this plaza. Because of all the people, it's kind of hard to find Amihan, so you don't see him immediately. But you feel as though if you kept looking, you would find him sooner or later. Rolland, you are very unfamiliar. You're in very unfamiliar surroundings. But still, you are able to see Castle Cistern in the distance, very far off in the horizon, kind of like raised above the rest of the city. And it looks pretty impressive. You know, whether or not you would admit that to yourself is up to you. And Khanek, you see almost like all things at once. I mean, from your knowledge of the city, you already kind of knew what you were looking for. You would see House Anodyne on the east side of the square, and you would also see like all of the on the west side of the square, all of like the little openings in the walls of this square, like there's buildings flanked up against it. You know, all of like the cracks and the alleyways that lead out of this square, kind of more into like the back neighborhoods of Cistern, the more like dense and cramped, uncomfortable places that the lowlifes dwell. At House Anodyne, you would notice that it is very gated and walled off. It's
It's like
got
that place in Gale, 9 Lives' place.
yeah.
Hey,
just like that.
shift birds, we're here to take your shift.
You know that this house is quite like it is kind of, people do live there, but it's like the White House kind of, you know, like it's very well guarded, very contained, all the rest of it, probably more so than the mansion in Gale. Yeah. But these are the things that you see, and you just see Bosong storm off into the crowd, and you keep sight of him, but
I'll
it's
keep
like,
following Bosong.
you know, okay.
This idiot's gonna get lost.
I'm screaming out Amihan's name and kind of like barreling through people with the wheelbarrow. Where's my son?
Eventually, Bosong, you're kind of like 360ing like the whole pillar fountain area in the center, and you eventually, it's as if it's like the last bench that you see has your boy Amihan sitting just like calmly, seems to be watching the people of the plaza. No other Iganong tribesmen nearby.
Once I spot him, I drop the wheelbarrow and I start like marching towards him. Does he notice me?
Beat his ass, David.
Make an insight check.
I don't care. I just keep marching at him.
Yeah. You get the feeling that he does, but that maybe he might have been expecting something like this.
Basong's face is like emotionless as he keeps marching steadily towards Amihan. Does he react in any way as Bosong closes the distance?
You see he looks to you as you approach with a brief glance to his side, and his eyes lock with yours. And he kind of looks, and his eyes drift back to the people that are walking in the plaza.
Yeah, that's it.
Holy shit! What? This is like Alejandro from fucking Total Drama Island. What the fuck?
He's got the 2 braids that you taught him to braid. A warrior's braid.
Holy. Your son has more wives than you do.
He's got the braid. He's got the markings of the chief upon his face. The chief of the Iganong people. The title or the mantle which he took up in your absence.
Yep.
He sits upon the bench. It looks like he's sitting in a way that, like, you know, he's not taking up all of the bench. There is room for you to join him, should you choose.
Am I like standing in front of him?
Sure, yeah. You can do whatever you want.
I'm not going to stand to greet your father, boy.
Not one who leaves his people behind. He looks
Indulge
up to
me.
you.
Indulge your father for old time's sake.
As like a request for him to stand.
His eyes drift down to his feet, and then he looks back up to you, and he stands, offering you his hand.
The second he stands, grapple check, Harry.
Grapple check? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll it.
Athletics contest.
Yep. Let's see here. It's a strength. I think it's 4.
This will be a good one.
Yeah, so you successfully grapple him. The feeling that he's not. I mean, he is using his like full might as you do so, but he's not like he wasn't expecting that.
I wrap my arms around Amihan and I just lift him up and I embrace him.
I've missed you, my son. I'm so proud. You wear that mantle well. There is.
He like coughs a little bit and thank you, father.
There is much to discuss.
So Bosong puts Amihan down back on the bench and sits beside him.
He just...
No, it's not like put him down like hard or anything. It's just like lower it.
Yeah. Amihan keeps his eyes on you now. You have his full attention. He was distracted before, you think, by watching whatever he was watching in the plaza, but now he's full attention on you. You're not upset with me.
I am confused, but you are my son, and the way I raised no fool. So I will. You know what I'm going to ask, son.
I do.
Care
I
to
wish to
explain?
know why I've left the archipelago with our people.
I do.
Yes.
Correct.
We were in the archipelago, father, when a stranger arrived at our doorstep, our base. He wore a
Or
funny kind of headdress of metal and gem. He wished for us to show him the way across the water. I am told it is their leader of this place.
I see. And this man, he persuaded you to break tradition for this to show him.
He told me that he had an answer to our strife with the monsters that we keep at bay from the rest of the world. The Napakalaki. David, you know this to mean the primordials.
Yeah. I assume so.
We have fought them for, well, longer than I've been alive, for certain. Out at the sea, they have terrorized our tribes and villages for a very long time. And
I see.
well, when this stranger arrived and declared that he could some way help with this blight of our people, I saw it as my way of doing you proud. Or maybe the first time.
Very well then. I may not necessarily agree with your methods, but I understand at least that you had our people's best in heart in your intentions. So, I won't stop you, but if you must go, then go with my blessing.
I did not expect you to be so understanding, Father.
You are High Chieftain. Regardless now, you must lead, and part of that is never hesitating in the decisions you make.
My thoughts exactly.
Then, if this is the path you have chosen, then I can only hope that you have chosen well. I only fear that the outside world is now aware of us, and while we are plenty strong ourselves, my travels have exposed me to dangers I could have never imagined before.
When you left the archipelago, Father, as the Apolaki, I thought you did so to keep me away from the world.
You're not
And perhaps at the
entirely
time you did. I suppose I was wrong. And that everybody is capable of changing their mind.
It is my turn to explain myself then, I suppose. I left because the wise women of the clan told me, and only me, of the prophecy, to stop the burning of the lands of the East here. They said that a champion from our lands must be sent, and at first they demanded that you go. I wouldn't let them. And so, I volunteered. I volunteered an old, tired man with no future to go in your stead, so that you could take up the mantle and lead our people in the event that I never return. I was selfish. It was wrong of me to shelter you, but I see now that the prophecy, regardless of my intentions, has come to fulfill its. Whether it be me or you, as the old crones desired, a champion from our lands has arrived. I only hope that neither of us ends up dying to fulfill it.
Father, does the prophecy make any mention of the Napakalaki? And what becomes of them?
It said, the old wise women, with smoke billowing from their mouths and their eyes glowing fiercely red, they told that should the fires of the eastern lands not be put out, our enemies of old would rise up stronger than ever and consume us.
Well, then perhaps we should rise and consume them. Fight the fire before it engulfs our archipelago.
We can only try, my son. We cannot.
Perhaps I need not go alone. Father, with you here, I do not see it as mere coincidence that we both find ourselves in this place. He looks back out to the people. This foreign place.
Your optimism heartens me, my son. But I have encountered enemies that no amount of physical strength would have been able to overcome them. I feel that as much as I would like to only accompany your side and advise you, no longer as High Chieftain, but as only your father, as much as my heart yearns to do so, I have been called, and I must answer. Oh. Sorry, I had to.
I love that.
No, yeah.
Well, perhaps our goals are not so different.
They are not. But there are many issues that need to be addressed.
Leader of this city, yes?
Indeed.
The one
Be
they
my
call
companions.
King.
Indeed. Their version of a High Chieftain.
Yes.
My companions
claimed-
will speak with them.
He claimed that they would be able to help us to rid us of the Napakalaki blight.
I remain skeptical, my son.
As do I. They did not stay. The agreement was that they would go to, that we would sail them to this place beyond the sea. And upon their return, they would educate us, he gives with a smile, on the nature of our foes.
I see.
But, Father, I have discovered their nature. I have found where the Napakalaki lay their heads. Nest of the Napakalaki.
That is something that Apolakis for generation have been trying to accomplish. How have you found this? All the way back to the first, and even then he only had clues.
It was the currents, Father. That of the sea I listened. I heard the waves, and they showed me to where the waters reside. They lead here. Another coincidence I do not accept.
Then we will
This is
see
where I
how
was yesterday.
My companions and I will speak to this king then. If he manages to convince us as he has managed to do with you, then we will likely be together on this final journey to rid our people of this curse.
What is it you search for, Father, in this conversation with their High Chieftain? You expect
They...
you will be received kindly.
I do not know what I expect. But... if you...
This guy doesn't know he's a faithful few.
Ideally, he will explain more when we meet him, but...
What I am telling you, Father, is the Napakalaki are here. Like, points down.
Yeah. I understand, my son, but still, it would be good to meet this king before.
Sorry, quick timeout. What am I missing here?
No, you're you're sticking with the group objective, which I think is understandable.
Yeah.
However, as Amihan, I am trying to convince you and potentially the group to help him accomplish this objective of his, which
Kill King Anodyne.
this nest of the Napakalaki, Father, it is
what
on the southern
The
shores.
Napakalaki, by the way.
It's just
They're
the
primordials.
it's the Ignon word for primordials.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
there's
Jack.
a nest
No!
underneath the stairs.
Okay, yes!
Jack.
Let's fucking do it!
Dude, apparently their whole culture is that they've been fighting the fucking primordials
I-
for
Oh!
generations.
I found out today that David is the Filipino Night's Watch.
Dude, David is the
Night's Watch.
Filipino Night's Watch!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
David's
what the fuck?
Grand
You-
Maester, and
so
his son is
it's-
Jon Snow.
So
Holy
insanely
shit!
based.
Dude! He's the fucking Filipino Night's Watch. That's fucking sick.
So
See,
insanely
Father.
based.
They are, in many ways, like us. They have an ama and nane. You see, a mother, or a, what is the word? Patron and matron. And we have found their matron.
I think I'm understanding the scope of what you're explaining now, my son. I think a conversation with Anodyne can maybe wait a little bit. I
If-
will I need to
if
speak
what-
with but no, please go.
I have to go. I have to go. Goodbye, son. I think he would just say, yes, of course. Speak with your companions. Tell them that if we are to find what I'm telling you is true. The tribesmen and I were there yesterday, scoping out the maw of the cavern. The maw of their nest. They are certainly and undoubtedly there. I did not muster the courage to enter, which is why I am sitting here.
Your king. No, not your. And then the king of these lands. You have not told him of this.
No, he has not returned. I sent him with a few of our tribesmen across the sea, but they do not need me to cross the sea. Their king allowed us, I suppose, refuge within their walls, so that we would be here upon his return, and he could bestow upon us his gift, of which I am very skeptical.
And their king is not here. He is across the sea.
Yes, he is said to come in tomorrow morning.
Yes. How many of our tribes?
If the Napakalaki are underneath this city, which they are, then that may illuminate more than any conversation with the king can provide.
I agree. We handle this now before it spirals out any further.
Amihan would look to you. He seems very assured. And perhaps you didn't quite notice it immediately, but now you notice its absence. He's much more calm. He seemed perhaps like he had a lot on his mind when you came to talk to him initially. And you feel as though you took a very good approach to talking to him about his breaking of tradition.
The song stands up. Stand.
And he stands as well.
Show me your weapon.
He pulls off his staff. It's a very strong driftwood staff. Buto has been with me for a long time. Why must you see it?
Is it a magical staff by any chance?
It is, yes.
It is a fine weapon, my son, and I am sure it has served you well. But it is not a chieftain's weapon. It is not that of an Outlock.
And Bosong takes off Batoasin from his back, the hammer he started the
No
campaign
way.
with.
No way!
Holy shit, David giving
Oh
up
my
loot?
god.
Only a father. This is something only a father could do.
RPW?
He looks to it. He looks to you holding it, and he takes Buto, his staff, and leans it against the bench on the side, and he accepts your hammer with great grace. He bows his head and holds his hands out for you to receive them.
You've likely already said these words when you took up the mantle, but repeat after me. By the will of the ancestors.
By the will of the ancestors.
By the blood of our people.
By the blood of our people.
I swear to uphold our honor.
I swear to uphold our honor.
Go then, you have my blessing.
He hefts the hammer. You see him get used to the weight initially. And you feel confident in his ability to wield it. Thank you, Father. I will make sure to put it to good use.
But I only hope it keeps you safe in the battles to come, my son.
He nods.
Basong hugs Amihan one last time before marching off to find the rest of the faithful.
Nice. And with that, so Khanek said that he would have followed you, so when you walk off to find them, you're able to find them pretty quickly, and when you do, the story that you have for them would blow their minds.
Fucking
but
crazy.
we will end the session there for tonight.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Thanks to everybody for playing.
David
Thanks
was
for
the star of
watching.
this episode.
Night's Watch, David.
Watch the
I can't
stream.
believe he's the
We will-
fucking Night's Watch.
We'll be back
Bosong,
next week. Maybe same time, maybe same place. We'll see.
Hell yeah.
Catch the stream anyway. Thanks for watching. Cannon, you can nuke it whenever you want.
Nuke drop.
It's done.